and fear are two of the biggest emotions that we all go through, and yet we avoid wanting to go through them. In today's video, we're going to discuss the causes of these emotions, how they make us feel, and what are some of the strategies that we can put in place to help us go through them. And guess who's going to help me? Our resident characters Natalie and Becca. So without further ado, let's dive right into today's video. I need you to stop what you're doing and listen to me. I am very angry with Natalie. Do you know why I'm angry? Do you? Well, you should. Because I came here last week and I told you that she made fun of my ponytails. Guess what she did? Just guess. Well, we went out for a coffee and she made a comment again. She said, you should keep the ponytails, but just ditch the cap. And I'm angry. Really angry. Now, anger has 4 stages that you go through. The first one is called the trigger phase, where you have a situation or a person that has started to make you feel a little bit annoyed and frustrated. The next phase is called the escalation phase, where the feelings of annoyance and frustration are notched up a little bit higher, and you feel the anger now bubbling inside of you. Now, using the same example that we just saw, I would actually put Becca right in this stage because she is starting to become more expressive in her anger. Now, soon after, you're going to see yourself in the crisis phase, where you're going to feel like you need to defend yourself, which is the fight mode, or you're going to avoid the situation, which is the flight mode. In either case, this is not a good phase to be in. Why? Because if you're going to avoid feeling something, you're going to bury the anger deep down. And guess what happens? You're going to feel more annoyed, frustrated, and you're going to just feel as if nothing is going right. Now, if you choose to defend yourself, that means you're in the fight mode. You're going to say things with the same intensity and power to hurt the person who is standing in front of you in a very similar way as they hurt you. You are creating more negativity in that situation. Following that, you're going to go into the recovery phase, where your mind suddenly realizes that something has happened, something that has caused you to go through such a big emotion. And not only are you feeling anger, you're going to feel added layer of emotions of guilt, shame, because you felt out of character. So let's see how I can help Becca not move into the crisis phase, but move into her emotion in a healthier way and deal with the situation that she's in. Okay, I kind of hear what you're saying, and I sense a heightened irritability and frustration with Natalie. You think? Hey, you! Control, madam. You're not feeling angry at me, so don't take out your anger at me. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Good. Now, I am glad that instead of going to Natalie in that situation and becoming confrontational, you decided to come here and talk to me about it, because, it's good to have somebody to chit-chat with about your anger. I did not want to make a scene out there, so that's why I came here to you, to talk to you, my nerd. So let's look at some of the ways that you can actually, get Natalie to stop doing what she's doing. But I did talk to her last week. She didn't listen. Yeah, she doesn't, does she? She doesn't listen. But here's what you can do. You start, but now I want you to label your emotion by saying, I am annoyed with what you're constantly doing. And guess what? And guess what? Hear me out. We know that Natalie cannot change. Remember how we talked about, we cannot control the person in front of us and we cannot control our situations. Now, when feeling annoyed and frustrated and you feel like the anger is bubbling out, take a break, walk away from the situation and start relaxation techniques, which could include breathing exercises, listening to music, going out for a jog. Whatever it is that relaxes you, practice it. Who are you talking to? Who is it? Who is there? Who are you talking to? Are you feeling okay? So did you see all of the tips and strategies that were given in that little session that I had with Becca? Because those are the things that are going to help you get control of the anger. Now, if you're liking this video so far, do give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Now let's look at how fear can take over your life. I really need you to stop what you're doing and just listen to me. Something happened. Not good. Hi, Natalie. What's up? Well, you remember how you told me like a few weeks ago that I shouldn't make comments on other people's looks? I think I did it again. I told Becca that she should ditch the cap because it doesn't look nice on her. You did what in the who now? But I was just being honest. Becca just came here and told me that she was very annoyed with what you just did. She's not very happy. You know, she did seem angry, but she was like very calm about it. And that scared me. I don't like being scared. And then I think she might not like me because I was just being honest. But that is scary when I'm not liked. Now, this was just an example of the simplest situations that can cause fear in us. Now, fear is a very complex emotion, which means that it comes into being when you sense harm, which is either real or imagined. It could be either physical well-being, it could be your emotional well-being, or it could be your psychological well-being. In either case, the fear is enough to make you feel stressed and anxious. Now, some fears are a result of traumatic experiences in your life, and some fears cause you to have physical responses in your body, which are rapid heartbeat, sweating, feeling anxious, feeling stressed, where you feel that you're going to be harmed. Some of the most common fears are fears against the spiders or heights or closed spaces. I personally am scared of heights. The next level up is the fear of future events. Then you have the fear of imagined events. And finally, all of these things lead us into the fear of unknown. And that is the most scariest place to be in, when we do not know what's going to happen next. You should get professional help where you feel that the fear causes you stress and anxiety and frustration and annoyance, to avoid that situation and any and all situations related to that. Now let's see how we can help Natalie overcome a fear that is based on an imagined event, a hypothetical, using certain tips and strategies. You know what I don't see happening? I don't see you listening and taking on the tips and strategies that I keep giving you week after week. Didn't we have this conversation like maybe 2 weeks ago where I told you not to make comments on other people's looks? So tell me one thing, what are you truly afraid of? That Becca and me will no longer be friends? You feel that you and Becca are not going to be friends, but let me be honest here, Natalie. You are actually being like Regina from Mean Girls.
You're like really pretty. Thank you. So you agree? What? You think you're really pretty? Oh, I don't know. Oh my god, I love your bracelet. Where did you get it? Oh, my mom made it for me.
Yeah, I do see the similarities. I do. All right, I get what you're saying. But what happens if people figure out the real me and I am no longer popular and then people don't like me? What's going to happen then? Aha! Again, I knew it. I knew your fear was of rejection because you think that people might not like you if you're not popular. You don't have to do things to impress others, because if you keep doing that, you're going to not know who you are and who your true friends are. Now, here is one thing to remember. When you create boundaries and stop impressing others in your life, you're going to see a lot of people get weeded out. So don't worry about the people that you lost, because they were never meant to be there in your life. They were only there to take advantage of you. Anger and fear are the negative emotions that you should start embracing in your life. And I'll give you the reason why. Because they allow you to understand that one thought that you've buried deep down amongst the different layers to protect yourself. You're going to learn to deal with that one thought that could be the reason of your anger or the reason of your fear. And you're going to learn how to untangle that emotion. Now, this was part 1 of my series. Next week, I'm going to be talking about anxiety and sadness. So do come back next week for that one. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I look forward to seeing you here next week. Bye-bye.